Well, I'm going to let you into a little bit of my personal private life now because something that's going on in the government, and I'm actually quite proud of certain Labour MPs that think this bill effing stinks. The benefit bill, the PIP bill, right? Now, after my dad committed suicide and I found him, I couldn't work. I I had I had a breakdown, more or less. You could say I got diagnosed with various serious conditions, PTSD. Um, it, I had to say I go to mental health services quite regularly. I've got to go there today, right? I've got to have a blood test for all the meds I'm on and all this shit in a couple of weeks, right? I've never, I think I've scored 4 points once, right? So if I want to get, say in 4 years' time, when I've just been awarded, literally, about a few months ago, a 4-year award, right? Didn't have an assessment, nothing. It was a 10-minute phone call with them. Yeah, because what they do is they phone your doctors, but they don't speak to my doctor. They speak to my psychiatrist and the team. Yeah, I've got bipolar disorder. I'm up, I'm down. I'm up, I'm down. It might seem like I'm off my head sometimes, but I'm not. I'm well. But that is something with medication that I'm learning to live with. Okay? It affects my family. It upsets a lot of people because I upset people. Yeah? I don't realise how unwell I am sometimes. Yeah? I can still work and receive PIP. How am I this morning? I'm okay, Mr. Michael Burrows. Hello to you. Good morning. Beautiful morning here in England. I don't know where you are, but it is beautiful out there. It's going to be a real hot one this weekend. Hello. Hi, guys. Right? I'm pissed off because if they get this bill through, it means the most vulnerable people in society are going to be on the fucking heap. While, I'm sorry to say it, all these fucking migrants coming over here, right? They get given what? Hotels. They're going to get given probably council, housing association accommodation. They get shitloads of money and benefits. I'm sorry, but the people, like my family's an army family. I'm the first generation not to go in the army. Yeah, and that was my fucking dad that taught me out of that. I wanted to go in the army. Yeah, I'm obsessed with tanks. I still am. Yeah, favourite tank. I do like the Challenger too. The British tank at the moment. I think it's the best tank in the world. It's better than the Abraham. But my favourite tank is the German Tiger tank. Oh yeah, what a badass. And the Russian T-34. Yeah, but I couldn't join the army because of mental health. Blah 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 blah. Because I was unwell when I was 14. Right? Not going into it. It's too personal. But I'm currently on PIP. Right? But I'm allowed to work still and receive PIP. Right? But I don't, when I say I fill out one of their forms for the benefit, I don't lie. If I have a face-to-face assessment, I don't lie. I tell the fucking truth. Washing and bathing. It might seem quite simple, right? I'm obsessive. I've got OCD, all sorts of fucking, you know what I mean? Right? I like to look smart. You know, my beard's a little bit rough at the moment, but you get me. You know what I mean? I'm single, so you know, I've got a date tonight, so I've got to smell nice, haven't I? But since COVID, I've lost all smell. I can't smell nothing. Do you know what I mean? So I've actually got long COVID, so I could put that down. But I normally get between 10 and 11 points. You need 8 to get any sort of benefit. There's 2 types of PIP. One is mobility. I've broken my leg real bad. It's not, my mobility's not the problem. It's up there. Yeah, I have nightmares about what I found. I found my dad hanging at the top of the stairs. He put a rope around his neck, attached it to the beam in his attic, stood on a stool and kicked the fucking stool away. Probably broke his neck instantly. I fucking hope he did. But when I found him, he'd been there 3 or 4 days. It stank. It was August. It was hot. There were flies everywhere. That haunts me. I got diagnosed with bipolar disorder. Yeah, bipolar. And you'll know sometimes when I've got bipolar. Like, I was messaging Tommy Robinson the other day on X, and I had to apologise to him because I said, Tommy, I'm sorry. I've been, you know, I've got bipolar. I was in a manic. So I sent him about 6, 7 messages. You know what I mean? I shouldn't have to apologise for who I am. But the plan is to stay on PIP, you know, and let's hope these rebels. I was very disappointed with the Conservative leader, Kemi Badenoch, saying maybe we can, you know, come to some sort of deal. Why? The money on the benefits is fuck all compared to what we're spending on these migrants. And apparently, my mum just told me that France, if we start towing the boats back like the Australians did in Indonesia, they won't accept them. Well, okay, you won't accept them. We won't accept them on where the channel goes from French waters to English waters. It'd be a standoff, won't it? It'd be a fucking standoff. And at the end of the day, the boat will remain in French waters. So the Navy will have to tow them back, won't they, to what shithole bit of France come from. It's simple. The French don't want these people. Look at what they did after PSG won the Champions League. Was there one native Frenchman there? They all look Arabic to me. I'm sorry, but they did. It's disgusting. Do you think that had happened if Chelsea won the Champions League? Did that happen in London? No. If Arsenal won the Champions League, would that happen in London? No. I'm fuming. If this bill goes through, I am fucking fuming. Yeah? I'm not just thinking of myself. Can I stop swearing? Sorry, mate. Sorry, Alfie. I'm just a bit upset. Apologies. I'm upset for genuine people who are going to be denied, like washing and bathing. Yeah. When you're unwell, it's, you know, when it's hot and you're desperate to get in the shower, aren't you? Right? But when you have severe mental health problems, yeah, some people, like my dad, he didn't used to like taking his clothes off. That's an issue. That's a major issue. Yeah. Some people scoff. Some people laugh at people like that. Well, you shouldn't fucking laugh. Sorry for swearing again. You shouldn't laugh because it's deadly serious. I struggle in the winter sometimes. You know, motivation. But under the new rules, if the 4-pointer thing, no, you need 2 points. To get 2 points in a PIP assessment is difficult, mate. Like I said, you only need 8 points. There's physical and there's mental health. The mental health is called the daily living component. That is what I get. Yeah. And I am very grateful. You know, I've paid a lot of tax over the years, a hell of a lot. So just recouping a bit of that, you know. But yeah, you know, like the severe injuries to my leg, ACL, double leg break. I was a chippy for years, right? Did a bit of painting as well. I can't do certain jobs on scaffold and I can't do it anymore. My body won't let me. Yeah. My leg gives way. I can slip. I can fall. It's a nightmare. And it would be an accident, a severe, serious accident waiting to happen, especially on scaffold, mate. You know what I mean? Because what my expertise is rebuilding, like mock Tudor houses. You know, if it's rotten wood, I'll just come along and say to the owner, right, what do you want? You've got 2 options. What would them options be? You commoner, you talented commoner. Yeah. I say, well, I can rip this rotten wood away and go to the lumber yard and order you the finest mock Tudor wood and replace it, paint it, you know, protect it, blah, 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 blah. That's going to cost you X, Y, Z, a lot of money. Yeah, because the whole house is rotten, all the wood, right? Or I can just go up, you know, in excess. I don't know if you have an in excess where you live, but it's a great hardware shop where they sell everything. You know, it's like a builder's dream. Anyone who's gone bankrupt, in excess, buy the gear or get the gear. You can get all sorts in there. Do you know what I mean? I'm actually going up there to get some sand to put in my boxing bag. Yeah, because I want it in my garden. I've had it in my front room in the winter with the water, but the water just keeps coming out. It keeps going over my carpet. I don't want it no more. I want sand and I want it in, you know. But, you know, I've got to see my mental health. He's like a support worker today, Stuart. He's a Labour supporter. We are like complete opposites. Yeah. He called Tommy Robinson, he called Britain First manifesto almost identical to the Nazis, the National Socialist German Workers' Party's manifesto. I goes, are you serious? Do you know what? I played dumb. I said, really? I didn't know they were that bad. Britain first, fighting back. I am going to go and speak to Paul Golding soon, hopefully, and his deputy. I like his new deputy, the woman, the lady. I'm going to go on a demonstration, film it, see what happens, go and speak to the opposition, Nazi scum off our streets, and quiz them. Because the real Nazis, the real anti-Semites in this country are the Islamic population. They hate the Jews. They hate them. And yes, there was an Islamic SS brigade, I think from Bosnia, somewhere like that. Check it out. Yeah. There was an English one, but it was pathetic. I'm going to be making a lot of noise about this, and I'm actually siding with all the lefties. Like, it's unreal. Like, I'm reading these columns online, and they're like far left lefties. Like, and mate, I'll go to demonstrations with them. I don't care, man. You know what I mean? Because to get 4 points, yeah. I think I'll lose. I'd lose my pip with that, because I don't want to lie. Why should I have to lie? I'm very manipulative when I want to be. I've got quite a high IQ. Not just boasting, but I have. I'm dyslexic, but it's mathematics, logic, puzzles. That's where my IQ soars. Well above average. Seriously above average. I've never lost a debate in my life. I'm going to be going to Hyde Park soon, guys, as well. I'm going to debate Mohammed Hijab. If he wants to debate me, I'll tag him in this. I want to debate you, Mohammed, yeah, on the definition of Islamophobia. Yeah? It's a made-up word. No? No, it exists. No. Is it? You know what? Islamophobia is not even in an Arabic dictionary, let alone the most spoken language on planet Earth, which I'm speaking right now, English. It's in no English dictionary. It's in no dictionary. What does that tell you? It's made up. Yeah. I can't stand it when people go, Islamophobia, Islamophobia, Islamophobia. Shut up. What? I might not be so pissed off about this PIP thing if all these fucking migrants weren't coming over here and they're illegally working for like Deliveroo and Uber and that. That's a £60,000 fine for each illegal worker you employ. And I'm telling you now, the government, you want some money back? Hammer Uber, hammer Deliveroo for letting these people claim benefits and work. Who the fuck hell do you think you are, bruv? Who the hell do these people think they are? Above me, I have a Sudanese refugee. He's called Rudy. He's a lovely guy. I like him. I don't like all of his friends. He has too many people up there. But he's a lovely guy. And he explained to me the problems in Sudan. And mate, it's bad, man. You know, like where you live in an area, right, with loads of different houses around you, unless you're really rich and got a house in the countryside. But say there's 50 houses in your avenue. Every house in Sudan speaks a different language. Every house. So I said to Rudy, how do you communicate then in the shops and buying things? Arabic. Okay, fair enough. Explains it. Now, people like Rudy needed asylum, deserves asylum. But a lot of other people, man, and the French, do you know what? They said if there was an election today, Reform would win. And they would. They'd romp it. And I'll tell you what, on the 13th of September in London, you're going to see, I think, the biggest Tommy Robinson rally event yet. Unite the Kingdom. I said unite the kingdom bloody when Tommy was in prison. Made a video saying we got it's up, check it out. We've got to unite the kingdom. So I'm glad he you know, me and Tommy Robinson think alike. We're from the same generation. I think we have very similar morals and ethics, and we love our country. Yeah. I have got a sting. I've got to do covert about 8 miles away. There's been a massive influx of Afghani refugees, right? And there's been 2 rape allegations, like these women say they've been raped. The police have done nothing. Another woman attempted rape. 2 female joggers jogging down the road together, like in nice weather like this, and these 2 Islamic lads are walking past, grab their arms and say, put something on, put something on. You look disgusting, cover yourself. Mate, you're not in Kabul, bruv. You're in fucking Wiltshire. Yeah? You're in a town, you're in little villages near my city, right, that it's medieval. Right? This is a medieval city. The architecture of my city is beautiful. I live in Salisbury. We've got the tallest spire in Europe. The cathedral is the most beautiful cathedral, I think, in England. Winchester Cathedral is fantastic as well. But man, if you've never been to Salisbury Cathedral, I highly recommend it. Okay? But I will be doing, I've been told, if I go, wear a stab vest, Louis. So that means I need to take people with me. I need protection. Because they've told all the boys, so guys in their 20s, maybe 30s, have gone up to young lads and say, fuck off. They've took the football away from them, so you're not allowed to play anymore. You're not allowed to come to this field anymore. Go away. And what they do is they sit on a bench or in an area and stare at the park. Little girls, they're allowed there still, aren't they? And I had a massive debate on a forum called Spotted in Amesbury, and it was 50-50, but afterwards I got loads of support, loads, saying you're right. Vicious racism towards black lads, half-caste lads, real racism, you know. these people are, they just can't stay. This country isn't for them. Yeah. And we need the younger generation to wake up as well. You know, Generation Z, whatever you're bloody called. You need to wake up as well. Because I tell you what, this feeling that everyone has inside that reform would win the election, if there was one today, it's going to happen. There will be a political revolution in Britain, and the migrants won't be coming here anymore. Not on boats. They will get turned around and sent back to France. And if France don't like it, well, tough shit. You got anxiety, have you, mate? Well, unfortunately, a lot of us suffer from anxiety. What are you anxious about? Money? Your life in general? You're unhappy? No, it's normally something that people are anxious about. Yeah. But I find what I've been reading is very disturbing if it goes through. And if the Tories back it, I could, even if Robert Jenrick took over, who I like, I could never, ever vote for them, ever, ever again. I really hope that we can break the two-party grip on this country. Yeah. The Liberal Democrats are liberal twats. You know what I mean? Constantly slagging Donald Trump off. When Donald Trump, he makes mistakes, but he is a proper leader. Look what he's just done to Iran. He has absolutely dismantled their nuclear ambitions. And trust me, if they got a nuke together, they would use it. Don't you think they would? Because I do. But the trouble is, they just get absolutely blown off the face of the earth by America. So, I don't know. Just the nuclear fallout from a couple, it would be catastrophic for Europe, for Africa, for the subcontinent, India, or you know, it'd just be catastrophic. Russia, it'd be catastrophic. Ukraine, just like Chernobyl. But no, PIP, Piss Take Incorporated. Piss Take Incorporated, Pratt's. Or Pratt's Piss Take Incorporated. What are they doing? You're trying to save money. Well, stop these immigrants from coming in then. The country's full up. You know what I'm going to start doing everywhere I go and do a report on something? When I see homeless people, I will be filming it and putting bits together. I got it on my TikTok and it's quite popular. So, let's see what happens. I just really hope, and hope for, you know, seriously vulnerable people as well. They do it all the time. They take money away from people who desperately need it. But, yeah. It's disgusting, mate. Absolutely disgusting. Whatever your political affiliation, taking money off the most vulnerable in society, and it's not even that much money. It really isn't. Do you know what I mean? What I get a month, I used to earn in a day. Do you know what I mean? But I'm grateful for that. Do you know? But I certainly don't plan on staying on it forever, if I can help it. So, but I have been medically signed off, so there's nothing I can do at the moment. You know, they said you're not well enough to go back to work. Well, we'll see about that. Anyway, I am only 10. Well, you shouldn't be on here, mate, because this is not for kids. So, what are you doing on here? This is strictly not for children. Are you fucking me around? You're just messing me around, bruv. Go away. I don't like that at all. Yeah, you're just a fucking troll, mate. Idiot. You know, certain things are serious and they have to be taken seriously. Yeah, and this government, do you know what? In a way, I'm pleased we've got a Labour government, because it needed a Labour government to wake this country up to the fucking problems we face. Do you understand what I mean? I'm almost pleased they're in, because everything's being exposed. They look like fools. Starmer is an absolute clown. He won't last the full tenureship of their... I think there'll be an early general election, actually. I think it will get called early. Hopefully, you know, things like this put massive divisions and splits in their party. And that is only a good thing. Anyway, to everyone else on PIP, stay cool, stay calm. Try not to get too worried about it, especially if you've got... It doesn't kick into November next year if the legislation goes through. What I would do is, instead of 4 points for everything, 4 points for some questions and 2 for others. You know, and 1 point and 3 points. And why is it just 4 points?